Hi everyone, it's Winona and welcome back. I'm doing part 3 of using up junk mail and packaging. Excuse me, I need to have a drink. I kind of have a little frog in my throat. Okay, last time we left off, I was struggling to come up with ideas to put on my tags. So I kind of put them to the side and then went through all my stuff and have decided what I'm putting on all of the tags. So I've got it already here, and I thought we would assemble them together. The first thing I need to do is I didn't cut out the rooster between the rooster's legs. And generally when I have something like that, I use my craft knife to do it. And I just kind of go like this because I think I'm more accurate than my scissor. And of course I'm not accurate, period. It's been a long time cutting stuff, and after a while you kind of get tired of it. And my knife is dull as can be. This isn't working. My knife isn't going through. So much for that idea, hey? Oops. Well, we got it. There we go. So this one I thought, I know I'm going to do a farm journal at some time. So I had these digis. So I thought I would just lay this down like this on here. So before I go, I still have to ink it up. And I know I could have done that before, but it's part of the process, for me at least. I do, I guess it depends. I also like things to be neat and clean, like my Christmas book I'm working on. I like that to be very fresh looking. But for these tags, they already look vintage. I'm going to turn this over, and then I can just pounce some ink on the edge of that. And I kind of like the way it looks when you distress the edges a bit. It looks a little bit aged. And another thing you can do is just crumple this up and then just brush some distress ink on some of the pieces that are raised, and that'll give you even more, oops, sorry, that'll give you an even more distressed look. So there we go. I'm just gonna do some more here. There we go. That looks better. And then I'll use my art glitter simply because I've got little pieces to go around on that. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing fine. I'm doing pretty good. I've had a few really good days. I feel like I got a lot done. I don't know how, if any of you have Apple Watches, do you use the sleep app? And if you do, how accurate is it? Because according to my watch, I am very active at night, and I am lucky to get 5 hours sleep a night. Oh man, I got such a mess on my desk. I can't find my scraper here. Did I put that on straight? I struggle with straight. Oh, that's the way it is. Like, I know I'm tired all the time, and I'm wondering if that's the problem, if maybe I'm not getting enough sleep. I find, like last night and the night before, I had a long stretch without interruptions, and I feel awesome. So I think part of it might be right. While I'm doing this, I have to remember I'm going to use some kind of topper. And I'm thinking I'm probably going to use an eyelet, and probably a chunky eyelet. So I moved that down a bit more than what I had originally planned because of that. And I'm going to glue on this in case I get any glue. I should have my book out. But I'm going to take a picture of my desk after I'm done and show you the mess I have. And this is the way I am when I decorate. I don't know how some people can just be so neat I can be neat doing certain things, but when it comes to this, it's almost like I'm manic. I don't want to get my head in the camera because you'll see my bald head. Oops. Put your foot back, Mr. Rooster. So there, that's done. I'm just going to wipe that off a bit. Oops. So that card is done. It needs to be sewn around, and it needs the topper attached. And I will, after this video, I will sew them and I'll take pictures, and then I will show you the pictures at the end of the video. So that one's good. So this one here, oopsie, I grabbed some cheesecloth that was dyed that I bought from Triple V Vintage, and I just thought that was a nice arrangement. So what I'm going to do is, again, I need to move some stuff because I'm feeling very crowded. Okay, that's better. Let's put this lid on here too. Sorry, I need to move a few things because I am feeling very claustrophobic. Okay. So we'll ink up around the edges. And I hope I can squeeze my Fabri-Tac because I haven't used it for a while and it might be kind of hard to get it. But I do want to use Fabri-Tac because I'm using the cheesecloth. And if I start a conversation and then I stop and go on to something else and don't get back to it and you're interested, please ask me, because some days I feel like I'm just all over the place. And I know I am, but... So anyway, this I think I got from Artie Mays, and I printed it out on cream cardstock, so I'm going to use the art glitter glue to glue that down. I just remembered I didn't set my timer, but I don't think this will take long today. I could probably have put those drawers back. And the reason I chose this flower from that, because I really liked how the greens set each other off. And then same with the pink. I really liked the way the pink butterfly looked with the pink of the flower. So remember to put this on. Yeah, easier said than done. And I'm probably going to need a pin for this to get this going because it's been so long. No, it feels good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add maybe there we go. I'm going to add glue here. So anyway, back to the Apple Watch. If you have one, could you please let me know what you think of that sleep app? I'm kind of curious, and I really don't want to go to the doctor. My doctor actually isn't, she's only doing telephone consultations, and and she's also, I think she's going to be retiring, so I think I'm going to have to find a new doctor. And I've had her for over 30 years. Okay, that I'm just going to hold that down for a minute, and that glue, oopsie, I moved it. That glue will go through the flower to the cheesecloth. Okay, and then I can just pull that cheesecloth up, and if I need to, I can trim it, and then I'll attach the butterfly. Okay, and how am I going to put the butterfly? I think I'm, oopsie, well, I guess it's going to go this way. Art glitter glue doesn't dry shiny, so that's good. I think I want something in here. I know I'm doing, as like I said before, in the last video, and I probably started that conversation and finished it. I know I want to do a scripture journal. So I think I'm going to put that there. And I'm probably going to have to go after. I can see maybe some of that flower didn't stick down. So I may have to go and feel and put some glue down. So there's that tag. And just a little texture there with the cheesecloth. Oh, I lost my scissor. So I'm just going to trim a bit here. And a little bit here. So that's number 2 done. And then this one here, I also spent days die cutting, just out of cardstock, just some of these dies that I have, flowery, ferny kind of things. So I think I'm going to put those behind this. Oops. And this is from my first digital I ever did, and it's inspirational bird quotes. The nightingale, and I cut them out with a deckle-edged scissor. So this one says, "The nightingale appeared the first, as her melody she sang, the apple into blossom burst. To life the grass and violets sprang." So I thought it kind of went with this. And then I thought I would add this up at the top, and I would put some bling on there. So I will ink around the edges of these. I'm not going to ink around the sprigs that I'm putting behind there because, oh, that would take forever. It is a good idea if you have like dies that you could use to spend a few days. And these, I took my scraps. I had a big box of scraps from my card making and mini album days. And I'm going to grab my glue book. I just sat for days again and just cut scraps up. But it sure is nice to have them to, I'm going to leave this here, to add to my tags and things. So I'm going to go down the stem. I don't know, am I in camera? Let me move up here. Down the stem. And I know a lot of what I say, most of you know, but I did notice a lot of the people that have subscribed to my channel are new to junk journaling. So I kind of want to explain everything for those people. And you never know, you know, I've learned, oops, I'm stuck. I've learned so much from other junk journalers. You never know when you might get a tip that you didn't think of, you know, or an idea. It's all for inspiration, isn't it? Okay, so got that one down. And now I'll put glue on this one. And I'm not too worried, you know, if a stem breaks off or something, because this isn't really the focal image. This is in the background. This is just to add some texture and something for the eye to see, but not necessarily to focus on. You know, my focal point is my bird, is my birds, I should say. And I have to turn the page, or I'll put this to the side to dry. So now we'll put the birds on. And that just sits behind. And I'm going to continue to use up the rest of the stuff I cut out, that I made out of my packaging and junk mail. I will show you in a video what I made with everything. And I'm going to do one video of the envelope that I messed up on and show you how I can use that, even though it's both sides with the papers and not one side for journaling. I think I'm gonna make a little booklet and some pockets and that out of it. I think I might even make a pocket with a window, because you don't have to just use window envelopes, and you don't have to just use envelopes. You could use any kind of paper. If you have a die cutting machine and a die, you could cut out a window with the die and then just put some acetate behind it or some packaging. And notice how everything layers on top of each other. Now I got to pull this up so I can see if it's straight. Okay. And then this little guy. Now I have some small lace. Oopsie, get up a bit. So when I sew around here, I'm going to put some lace down at the bottom. And I can see I'm going to be sewing through that butterfly wing, but I know that. I knew that when I put it there, and I'm fine with that. But anyway, that's our third tag. They work up pretty quickly once you decide what you're going to do. So this is my layout for my fourth tag, and I have to ink up a couple of things. And this tag is meant to be in a pocket that you pull out that way. I just thought it was something different. Okay, I'm not going to ink up that, but I do want to ink this. So when I do this, I also have to see, you know, what layers to put on first. So this is going to go on first. I'm just going to fold this page back and turn it. Oh, I forgot to put my lid on my art glitter glue. Bad, 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 bad. Now this is bigger than the tag, so I didn't look where I don't need glue, but what I'll do is once I get it on, I'll cut off the parts that I don't use. I probably should have spent a few minutes kind of eyeballing where it was going to hang over. But sometimes you just want to do, you know, and sometimes you forget, so. Okay, there we go. So we'll put this on here. And I guess I didn't have too much that was going to overhang. And again, I'll use my little Cricut scraper to hold everything down. I have a different one in my drawer, I think. Yeah. This is a Mod Podge one that came with a bottle of Mod Podge. Just going to press that down so that stays. And then I'll use my big scissors. And I'll just trim off the edges. I think I hear my husband outside, but I was sure that he took the quad in to get fixed. And it's like an hour away where he went. Okay, this is going this way, and then this like this. I think I wanted that under there, darn it. Okay, so this is next. And I hope I'm in camera again. Last week I was in the city with my mom, and I went for a consultation to this company that does Cool Sculpt. It's called Cool Sculpt Regina, and they do like they cool, I don't know if it's lasers or what, to melt fat, to freeze fat away. But the reason I went to them is they also have a hair rejuvenation treatment. And as I've said in other videos, my hair didn't come back after chemo. Very little of it did. And I know, like, my friends say it doesn't matter, but it matters to me. Ooh, I want that under there better. It matters to me because I look in the mirror and I scare myself. And I like, sure, you can wear wigs, and I do when I go out, and I wear head coverings, but it's hard. You know, like, your wig gets itchy, it gets hot. And like, it's things like, what if you want to go swimming? You gotta have your head covered. I like that one. I kind of left that blank because I thought, you know, you can put something there. I might hang a dangle. I don't know. Anyway, so I went there and had a consultation, and man, is it expensive. Oh, it's like thousands. And I took the plunge, and now I'm kind of like, should I have done that? And my mom keeps telling me, no, you deserve it. After all that you've been through, you deserve it. You do it. But it really scares me to spend that kind of money on myself. But then I think, like, Mom, yeah, I went through hell when I went through chemo. I had every side effect you can get that they list except nausea, and I had it bad. Like, I went to emergency one night, and because I had this rash on me that was really bad and really hurt, and it was on my feet and my face, going into my eye, on my ears, and on my hands and arms, and like the skin was peeling like plastic. It was really bad. So I went to emergency at the hospital in Regina that the cancer clinic's located in, thinking that, you know, they would know, they'd deal with it. They had never seen that before, never. So they got me in to see a dermatologist the next morning, and she said that, you know, they need to reduce your chemotherapy. It's killing you, she said. And my oncologist refused to reduce the chemotherapy. And it was so hard. Like, I have neuropathy in my feet, which is bad enough. You know, it makes walking difficult. I sit at my desk and I have pillows on the floor to rest my feet on because my feet really hurt all the time. And I can't wear certain shoes. But anyway, I had that on my feet going on. And then I also had this going on, this rash. It was just terrible. But then again, does going through all that make me feel that I can spend this kind of money on myself? I don't know. I guess I'm kind of committed. But, and hopefully, truthfully, when we left there, I cried. I didn't realize, I never cried. I think I cried once during all that, what I was going through. But I honestly think I was just getting by. I didn't have the time to like I just didn't I don't know, have the time to cry or whatever. I just did what I had to do to get through it. And I think I cried a couple of times after. And I do have days where I feel sorry for myself. Thankfully, they're fewer. They're getting fewer every year. But now I forgot what I was going to say. Darn it. Oh, when I left the consultation that day, and I had put a down payment of half of the money down, and I cried. And it was just the thought that I'm going to have hair again. And it made me cry because I'm going to be normal. I'm going to be myself. So I guess it is important. I guess I'm kind of rambling and sharing stuff that I probably should have kept to myself. But I did see a psychologist through all this journey. And at that point, I couldn't create. I just couldn't. And I still struggle to create where it used to come so easily. But anyway, I saw her and said that, you know, I wanted to start a YouTube channel. This was over 2 years ago. And she told me, you know, that's good. And make sure you share what you've been through, because someone else may be going through that. And what you say may speak to them. So anyway, that's kind of why I share some of that private stuff. And hope, you know, that maybe someone else is going through that. Maybe they can help me too. So anyway, there's the card I made. And I think when I sew around it, I think that'll kind of bring it to life, because to me it looks very flat right now. What I might do, if I can get into that drawer. Okay, what color is this one? Okay, this is, I don't know what this is. It's like Wink Estella, but it's another company. I'm just going to put some on my roses. And maybe, oops, I got glue there. Or no, that's what I spread. And my Morning Glories. And maybe I'll do my butterfly wings. Just to add a little something to it. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it just, oh, it does add some sparkle there. Just a little, just a little. So that's another one done. And then this is another one where I'm going to put cheesecloth behind it. And this is another one, an inspirational bird quote from my kit. I want to sing like the birds sing, not worrying about who hears or what they think. Again, I left my art glitter, or my glue open. Dang it. You know, it's surprising I don't have a lot of trouble with that, because I leave it open all the time. Okay, so that there, and then I'll go around the edge first. So anyway, I hope that you don't mind that I ramble on like that about my journey, I guess. I was kind of upset for a few years because, you know, we built this addition to our house so that when I retired, I could work up here and have kind of an income coming in. And it's taken 3 years for me to get to the point where I can start my business, my Etsy store, my videos, and still, you know, I will go periods of time where I have nothing, simply because I don't have energy to do it, or I'm busy doing life. And then I may have spurts like I'm having now where I feel like I can just go, 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 go. So again, I'm going to put that down. I'm going to put this over top. Man, you got to see my mess here. We got one more tag to do. Oopsie. And then I'll take pictures and add them at the end of the video of the tags when they're finished, and also of my messy desk. I'll have to do the desk first because I can't get my sewing machine on my desk with everything out now. But I don't know, this is the way I craft. This is my real, this is what it's like when I craft. I have to have everything around me. But yet when I'm done, I have to put everything away because I can't stand everything out. So anyway, that's that one. I think I'll trim the cheesecloth a bit. Okay, there's that one. And our last one, I think may actually be my favorite one. And that's this one. And I think that's a poppy. Looks like a poppy to me. When I cut out my butterflies, I don't, geez, I'm cutting this way and I can't see very good. I don't, I generally either cut off the antenna or I don't cut them out until I can use it, because otherwise they just get wrecked. And I don't worry about cutting too close because I'll just ink it up. And you know, when I was doing mini albums and cards, it would have had to be perfect. But now that I'm junk journaling, it's like, no, it adds to it. It makes it look homemade. Yeah, so that's just what I do around there. And I could cut out in here, but you know what? I'm not. I'm just not going to do that. Okay. So, oh, my heart glitter glue's undone again. Oh man, I don't understand why I don't have some more trouble with it. Come on. I added some nail polish to it to thin it, and then it's sat since then. Before, I could hardly squeeze it. It was so hard, so I guess the nail polish helped. Not nail polish remover. Let's get lots on this part. And again, I may find later that I have to glue some other parts down because they didn't quite get glued. So this is quite thick, but I did like it the way it was. So and Fabri-Tac doesn't glue right away. My fingers are, I just, how do people do it? Like, you watch like Gail, and her fingers are clean, and her desk is clean. Look at my fingers. They're covered in glue and ink. That's why I don't like working with glue. I don't like having gluey hands. I like, I don't mind ink, and I don't mind like clay in that, but I don't like glue on my hands. And we'll put you here. And there's that. So let's get the glue on here, and we'll put my glue away. Someday I might do a studio tour, but not yet. I'm not quite happy with the way my studio is looking right now. Okay, so we've got this one. And then we've got this one. And this tag. And this one here. I think I'm going to put some of that glimmer stuff on this as well. This makes me want to paint. I haven't painted in a long time. Okay. So we've got that one there, and it's now got the sparkle in it. We've got this one here, and I'm going to put some bling on the butterfly. We've got this one here, which I think is one of my, well, they're all my favorites. What am I saying? And then we've got the rooster with the fresh eggs daily. So stay with me. I am going to sew around these, and I will show pictures of them after. And I will also take a picture of my desk and let you see the mess on my desk. So I wish you lots of luck and happiness, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.